Hi and welcome back. If you saw our previous video, which I'll link at the top, we were in Jekyll Island, Georgia. We spent one night in Jekyll Island, Georgia during the week between Christmas and New Year's. In this video, we are leaving Jekyll Island and continuing our way back north to home. But before we make it to New York, we're going to spend one night in Charleston, South Carolina, and that's what we're going to cover in this video. Check it out. And we're back in the Tesla. We have routed to North Charleston or Charleston. It is a 3-hour and 4-minute drive from Jekyll Island, about 190 miles. It's about 10:24 now, so we should be there by 1:30 in the afternoon. And 191 miles means no supercharging stops. So it should be a straight road to Jekyll Island, straight road to Charleston, unless we want to stop somewhere and see something. So it's 2:15 and we have arrived in Charleston, South Carolina. Our first stop is going to be Boone Hall Plantation and Gardens. There are several well-known plantations in the South Carolina area, but with only one night in the area, we decided to opt for Boone Hall. It is one of America's oldest working farms, dating back to 1681, and was featured in several movies, including The Notebook. The first attraction that we checked out at Boone Hall was the garden, which is located on both sides of the mansion. It is filled with colorful flowers year-round and also feature roses that are over 100 years old. Arguably the most popular attraction is the mansion tour at Boone Hall. It is a guided tour. It runs every half hour and it lasts about 20 minutes. You meet in front the mansion, groups of about 20 and 25 at a time, and they take you through about three rooms on the first floor. That's about it. And they point out the history of the house, history of the property, history of the room, and some of the artifacts in the room. In each room, they give you about 4 minutes after the speech or the lecture is over to look around. Of course, you can't touch anything. And they do decorate the house for Christmas. So while we were in there were Christmas trees and Christmas decorations. Of course, no video is allowed inside the house. It is still an active residence, and I would recommend the tour to learn all about it. Being a southern plantation, slavery plays a big role in the history of Boone Hall. Visitors who tour the property can walk through 9 original slave cabins built between 1790 and 1810. In each cabin, you can learn about the daily life of the enslaved, including how they worked, how they lived, and the struggles they faced. There are audiovisual presentations, photographs, biographical information, narratives, and artifacts that you can read and you can explore while you're touring each of these cabins. Approximately 85 slaves worked this property producing bricks. Also included in the price of admission are these history talks, which take place around the property, focusing on different aspects of life on the property. This particular one talked about the history of slavery at Boone Hall. Today, Boone Hall is a popular location for weddings, and you can rent out this barn for your wedding. Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively were married here in 2012. About 90 minutes into our tour of Boone Hall, the dark clouds rolled in, the wind picked up, and we knew that there was a storm coming. So we headed back to the car, as most people did, and that concluded our time in Boone Hall. Even though it was only 90 minutes, it was still worth it. So we decided to make the drive from Boone Hall south to downtown Charleston so we can see a couple things in the downtown area.
We have arrived in downtown Charleston and we parked by Market Street, which is the heart of downtown Charleston. Our first stop is the Bird's Famous Cookies. Started in 1924 by Benjamin Byrd Sr., Bird's Famous Cookies became a local favorite in Savannah, Georgia. The cookies are miniature-sized, and what's great about it is that you can fill a box with whichever flavors you like. Our next quick stop is the Charleston City Market. While some may say that the Charleston City Market is a bit of a tourist trap, others call it a great glimpse into a life in the Old South. It's been a shopping hub since the 1800s and is one of the country's oldest city markets. As you can see, the weather was not cooperating. It started pouring again, and it put a damper on our walking tour. But we're only in Charleston for one night, so we won't let the rain stop us. Next is Rainbow Row, which is located on East Bay Street. It features 9 homes in bright pastel colors. Started in the 1920s with the restoration of one house in pastel pink. As people moved into the neighborhood, they followed by painting their homes pastel colors. Our next destination is a walk along the waterfront to the Pineapple Fountain. Opened in 1990, the fountain is a landmark in Charleston. The pineapple is a symbol for celebration and hospitality. At this point, it was raining very hard, but we had one last activity in downtown Charleston, which was a ghost tour. If you follow our channel, you know that we do a lot of ghost tours because they tend to be a very fun and interesting way to learn the history of the town we're visiting, and Charleston was no exception. The tour is Ghosts of the South, and it's $25 per person. Fun fact, the tour visited a hotel that may be haunted by Robert E. Lee. After the ghost tour, we went to dinner, and we were looking for a great barbecue spot. That turned out to be Rodney Scott's Barbecue, which we later found out was visited by Vice President Kamala Harris. The menu features an array of barbecue meats and classic sides, but it's counter style, so you order, you pay, and then they bring the food to you. And this brings our one day in Charleston to an end. For the night, we stayed at a Homewood Suites by Hilton near the Charleston Airport. Rooms run at about $150 a night, and it's a suite, so it features a small kitchen with a dishwasher, microwave, fridge, a sitting area, desk, king-size bed, and all of the standard amenities. The hotel was decorated for Christmas, and some coffee and hot water was available in the lobby. And of course there was a pool, but it was raining. In our next video, we leave Charleston and continue north with a stop in Williamsburg, Virginia for New Year's Eve. Please hit that subscribe button to see more videos and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.